Dear friends, you ever just sit back, look at your life, and think, man, what am I even doing? Like seriously. You wake up, go through the motions, eat, work, scroll through your phone, sleep, repeat. It's like living on autopilot. But deep down, something feels off. Like a part of you is disconnected, lost in the noise of the world. And no matter what you do, there's this empty space inside, like something's missing. That's your soul calling out, man. That's your heart craving something real, something deeper. And let's be real, most of us ignore it. We drown it out with music, distractions, social media, people's opinions. We convince ourselves, I just need a vacation. Maybe I need a new hobby. Maybe I need to make more money. But nah, bro, it's not about that. It's about being spiritually grounded. You see, the world is like a storm. Crazy winds, chaos, everything moving fast, changing all the time. One day you're up, the next day you're down. One moment you're happy, the next moment, life hits you with something unexpected. And if you ain't grounded, you'll get tossed around like a leaf in the wind. Confused, lost, feeling like nothing makes sense. But when you're spiritually grounded, it's different. Imagine a massive tree, roots deep in the earth. Storms come, winds blow, but that tree? It stands firm. Because its roots are deep, strong, unshakable. That's how you gotta be. Your roots gotta be deep in faith, deep in purpose, deep in connection with Allah. Because when your foundation is strong, life can't break you. Now, I know what you're thinking. Okay, cool metaphor, but how do I actually do that? Let's break it down. First off, you gotta recognize one simple fact. You weren't created to just exist. Allah didn't put you here just to chase money, flex on social media, or impress people who don't even care about you. You were created for something way bigger. Allah says in the Quran, "And I did not create the jinn and mankind except to worship me." 51:56. Now hold up before you think, oh man, does that mean I gotta pray 24/7 and do nothing else? Nah. Worship isn't just about salah, prayer, and fasting. Worship is a whole way of life. It's how you talk to people, how you treat your parents, how you handle your money, how you react when things don't go your way, how you show gratitude when things are good. It's about having Allah in your heart, in your decisions, in your daily life. It's about living with intention. Like, think about it. You ever do something just because everyone else is doing it? Like buying stuff you don't need just to fit in? Or posting something online just to get likes? That's living without intention. That's moving with the crowd instead of moving with purpose. But when you're spiritually grounded, you don't live for the crowd. You live for the one who created you. And trust me, that changes everything. Because when you start living for Allah, you stop stressing about what people think. You stop chasing things that don't even matter. And you start feeling this peace inside. A kind of peace that money can't buy. A kind of peace that doesn't disappear when life gets hard. And man, life will get hard. Allah himself tells us in the Quran, do people think that they will be left to say, we believe, and they will not be tested? 29:2. Tests are part of the journey. Pain is part of the process. But when you're spiritually grounded, you don't break. You bend, but you don't break. You stumble, but you don't stay down. Because you know that every hardship has a purpose. Every struggle is shaping you, making you stronger, bringing you closer to Allah. And that's what real success looks like. Not cars, not money, not followers. But a heart that's connected to Allah. A mind that's clear, focused, at peace. A soul that's unshakable, no matter what life throws at it. So let's start this journey step by step. Because being spiritually grounded, that's the real flex. That's where true strength lies. And trust me, once you start, you'll never want to go back.
So friends, we talked about being grounded, standing firm like a tree in a storm. But let's be real. Most of us, we feel more like a plastic bag in the wind than a solid tree. One little problem and we're freaking out. One bad day and we feel like life's falling apart. One negative comment and suddenly we doubt ourselves. That's because we're not rooted deep enough. We're too attached to things that don't last. Money comes and goes. People love you one day, forget you the next. Success is here today, gone tomorrow. And if your peace depends on any of that, then your peace will always be shaky. But when your peace comes from Allah, man, that's different. That's unshakable. That's real. Now I know what you're thinking. That sounds great, but how do I get there? Starts with one thing. Tawakkul. Trust in Allah. Not just in words. Not just when things are good. but in every single part of your life. You see, most of us say we trust Allah, but deep down, we panic when things don't go our way. We stress over stuff we can't control. We try to force outcomes like we're the ones running the show. But let me hit you with something real quick. You're not in control. You never were. And that's actually a good thing. Because the one who is in control, he sees the whole picture. You see a delay, but maybe he's protecting you. You see a failure, but maybe he's setting you up for something better. You see a closed door, but maybe he's saving you from walking into something harmful. That's tawakkul. It's knowing that no matter what happens, Allah's got you. It's walking through life with the confidence that whatever is meant for you will reach you. And whatever isn't, no amount of stress, worry, or effort can make it yours. That doesn't mean you sit back and do nothing. Nah, Islam ain't about laziness. You work hard. You put in the effort. But you don't break yourself over things you can't control. You do your best, then you leave the rest to Him. Let me give you an example. You ever see a bird stress out about where its next meal is coming from? It wakes up, flies out, looks for food, and somehow it always finds something. Allah provides. And the Prophet said, if you were to rely upon Allah with the reliance He is due, you would be given provision like the birds. They go out hungry in the morning and come back full in the evening. Tirmidhi. That's the mindset. Not lazy. Not reckless. But trusting. Like, imagine you're a kid holding your dad's hand while walking through a crowd. You're not worried. You're not scared. 'Cause you know He's got you. That's how you gotta walk through life. With your hand in Allah's hand. And let me tell you something crazy. The moment you truly trust Him, life gets lighter. The stress that used to keep you up at night stops weighing you down. Because now you're not carrying everything alone. Allah is carrying it for you. And man, that's a whole different way to live. Look, I get it. It's hard to trust when things aren't going your way. It's hard to have faith when the storm is hitting hard. But that's exactly when you need it most. Because tawakkul isn't just about trusting Allah when life is good. It's about trusting Him when everything feels like it's falling apart. When you lost that job. When that relationship ended. When the plan you had for yourself didn't work out. That's when real faith kicks in. And here's the thing. Allah never takes something without giving you something better. Maybe not right away. Maybe not in the way you expected. But always in a way that's best for you. Even if you don't see it yet. You ever look back on something you really wanted, but now you're like, man, I'm so glad that didn't happen? That's proof right there. You thought you knew what was best. But Allah knew better. And He always will. So here's the challenge. Next time life throws you a curveball, don't panic. Breathe. Remind yourself. Allah's got me. And mean it. Because when you really live with that trust, nothing can shake you. Not people's opinions. Not money problems. Not life's ups and downs. Because you know deep in your soul that you're in good hands. And that's the foundation of being spiritually grounded. That's the key to peace. That's the key to everything. Alright, so friends, we talked about trust, real trust in Allah. Not just saying I trust Allah, but actually living like you trust Him. Because when you know Allah's got you, life hits different. But let's be honest. It's not always easy. Sometimes life tests you so hard you start questioning everything. You ever been there? When nothing makes sense. When you're trying so hard but things keep falling apart. When you pray but the answer doesn't come. And you're like, yo Allah, are you even listening? Let's be real. We all have moments like that. Moments where faith feels heavy. Where trusting Allah feels impossible. But listen to this. Even the best of people went through that. Even the prophets. Look at Prophet Jacob, peace be upon him. His own sons lied to him. His favorite son, Yusuf, was taken from him. Years went by. Years of pain, years of waiting, years of heartbreak. And you know what he said? I complain of my sorrow and grief only to Allah. Quran 12 hours 86 minutes. Not to the world. Not on social media. Not drowning in negativity. He took his pain straight to Allah. Because deep down he knew, no matter how long it took, Allah had a plan. And He always does. But here's the thing. Most of us, we want ease without the test. We want strength without the struggle. We want the reward without the patience. But let me hit you with something real. Diamonds, they don't shine without pressure. Gold, it doesn't get pure without fire. And believers, they don't grow without test. Allah tells us straight up in the Quran. And we will surely test you with something of fear, hunger, loss of wealth, lives and fruits, but give glad tidings to the patient. 2:155. Look at that. Surely test you. Not maybe. Not if you're unlucky. Tests are part of the deal. Because this world, it's not Jannah. It's a training ground. A place where you're built, shaped, and prepared for something greater. And I know it's hard. Waiting is hard. Pain is hard. But patience, that's what separates those who truly trust Allah from those who only trust Him when life is easy. Now let's get practical. How do you stay patient when life is testing you? First, stop asking why me? And start asking what now? Because why me keeps you stuck. Makes you feel like a victim. It makes you drown in self-pity. But what now moves you forward. It makes you look for solutions. Helps you grow. Second, remember the bigger picture. What you're going through is temporary. It's a chapter, not the whole book. And Allah already promised. With hardship comes ease. 94:6. Not after, but. Meaning, even in the middle of your pain there's some kind of ease. Maybe you don't see it yet. But it's there. Maybe it's in the lessons you're learning. Maybe it's in the strength you're gaining. Maybe it's in the sins that are being wiped away with every tear you shed. But there's always something good in the struggle. And third, keep making dua even when it feels like nothing's changing. Because here's the truth. Dua is never wasted. Never. It's either 1. Answered right away. 2. Saved for the perfect time. 3. Stored up for you in Jannah, where the reward will blow your mind. You ever make a dua years ago and then later realize, oh snap, that actually happened? That's proof. Allah heard you then. And He hears you now. Even when you feel ignored. Even when you feel unworthy. Even when you feel like giving up. He's still listening. He's still working things out for you. In ways you can't see yet. So don't let the delay make you doubt. Because nothing is delayed without a reason. And nothing is forgotten by Allah. So next time life shakes you. Next time you feel lost, broken, tired. Breathe. And remind yourself. This test is not to break me. It's to make me. And trust me, once you start seeing life like that, nothing can shake you. Because now you're not just waiting for ease. You're growing through the struggle. And that's what it means to be spiritually grounded. That's real faith. That's real strength. And once you get there, there's no going back.